I found a really cheap cycle deck that I actually really enjoy, and I think it works really well. And I mean, the Evo Skeleton Army, just putting it behind like an Ice Golem or a Knight in between, like in the middle of a game, just to like throw them off and just have those all the invisible skeletons in one lane. As long as they don't have arrows, I mean, is one of the like most strong combos in the game. Just having like a skeleton army behind an Ice Golem or something to slow it down. But we're going to try to have that happen today. I want to use the Evo Knight to try to get everything to pull its attention to the Evo Knight so the Skeleton Army doesn't get targeted. But that is ambitious because basically what happens is if they have a splash unit, it'll hit the Knight and also hit my Skeleton Army. So I want to make it to where they don't have a splash unit. I'm able to get that down. I also have Evo Skeleton Barrel, so I'm going to have it so the target or the tower is not targeting the Evo Skeleton Barrel. Hopefully I can outcycle their spell. And this guy looks like he has a pretty expensive deck. He's playing recruits, so we might actually have a chance to get that whole thing off. He actually might have arrows here, though, so gotta be a little bit careful. He doesn't have arrows, and we just shred through everything. We actually cycled our skeleton army, and we also just cycled our skeleton barrels, so we're gonna have a pretty big push after this. Also, I'm gonna go for an arrows here. This is a pretty valuable arrows because it'll take out the zappies for the most part. And yeah, now he doesn't have a counter push, which is pretty much what Royal Recruits relies on. And he hasn't done any damage to my towers yet. We're sitting in a really comfortable position. And Mr. Whithy from Mexico is not looking too good. I mean, honestly, I've been, like, I played this deck a little bit beforehand, and I've been having a great time with it. It's you get to your evos really quick because you cycle. It's like you rely on the cards for defense, and then you can just use them on offense. Like right now, I'm gonna do the push I was talking about. So I go with the Ice Golem there, and then I go for the Skeleton Army, as well as I'm going to go Knight. Oh, he has arrows. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. But we're going to try to still make the most out of this push here. Ooh, the Skeletons died. I was going to pop the Knight ability, but it was going to be too late, so I just decided not to. And this guy's going to need a pretty big counter push here. So we're going to have to set up for a pretty big defense. He's probably going to want to go with Hogs, as well as his recruits. I don't know. Okay, he goes Flying Hogs. I'm going to arrows those down. And then go for a Skeleton Army. Okay, that's actually a pretty good Skeleton Army because it's going to take out the turret as well as take out the Musketeer, hopefully. Oh, okay, he gets an E-Spirit down, but that first Musketeer is dead. Also, I played my Knight way too early there. But we're still defending really well, and he hasn't played his recruits again, so we can cycle our Skeleton Barrel here. And I'm going to pop my Knight ability just to give it a little bit of an extra shield so we can get some protection. And nice, we get a really nice Skeleton Barrel on the tower. He's going to do a scared emoji. I don't know why. And we didn't even knock off a shield on one of those recruits on the other side, so that's pretty nice. He might, yeah, he's gonna turret. Okay, we have the Skeleton Army like this, so just so we don't take too much damage or take any damage from the turret, for that matter. Nice, we actually did a really good defense there. This is going really well for the first game. I was expecting to go against a tryhard opponent because I was playing, like I said before this, and no, we're actually like playing really well for what I thought this deck would be. It's pretty good. Okay, we have to go Ice Spirit down low. I'm going to have to use my Skeleton Army defensively here. He might get arrows down. Yep, he's going to get arrows down. So we can go with our Ice Golem up high. Our Dark Goblin's just doing an amazing job down low there. And yeah, I don't think he gets any damage out of this push. Just our Dark Goblin is just sitting there. And he had to arrows our Skeleton Army, so we couldn't even arrows the Dark Goblin. And you know what? We can go for a Skeleton... Oh, actually, I think I played that... Oh, no, I did play it in time. Okay. And he goes for his Royal Recruits here, so we can go for another Cannon as well as a Dark Goblin. And he doesn't have his arrows in cycles, so we can just protect the cannon with our Dark Goblin, go for a little bit of a Ice Golem here, just to protect everything, like I said. I'm going to get my Skarmy up high, and I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a defensive barrel, as well as I'm going to have to go with the low cannon here to pull all the Hogs back. And honestly, I think we defended really well there again. And this is just proving that Cycle cards, man, they are way too broken in this game right now. Like, I know the heroes are out and they're really strong as well. Also, he just uses arrows, so I can go with a early Skarmy there. So he has to bar barrel and then wait. Hold on. Oh, I was hoping I could get that Knight across the bridge, but I'm not going to be able to. Well, we're just gonna go for a defense here, and I can get his arrows down. I don't really have a reason to save my arrows there, so every time I get them, I kind of use them. He's going for a double recruits push. We're gonna go for a high Skeleton Army. I'm gonna go for a defensive. Okay. That was bad. Okay, he has 2 sets of recruits down. This is, interesting. Go for another set of arrows on these. And yeah, that pretty much took out everything there. And we could just go for a Skarmy, but also I have to do that, and that's going to take out my Skarmy. Okay, we actually might be in a pretty bad situation here. Okay, we go for a defense. Okay, that doesn't get taken out, but we might... No! No! No shot, we lose, man. There's no shot. There's actually... There's, I played that game so good. I played in this Whitey over here. Good game, man. Yeah, good game. Like like bro, like. Okay, well, guys, we're gonna continue on this video. You know, Santa over here. We're gonna have to show him what's good. We can't let that last game deter us. I mean, Whitey, of course. You know, can't let him get the best of me here. I mean, we got to keep that mentality strong. And we're going to get that skeleton barrel of the tower. He has logs, so, you know, got to keep that in mind. But we do have a pretty bait, like, center deck. And he's going to play a Valkyrie as well as a bandit there. So I'm going to get the bandit to dash before the Valkyrie so I can get the bandit to die. And then as well as get value out of the skeleton army. And then I'm going to play a knight all the way over here. So it has to walk a little bit, preserve a little bit of HP on the knight. And then I think I'm going to go for a skeleton barrel in front. Just to maybe get the... Wait, go for arrows? Oh, well, that was kind of a wasted arrows. Yeah, and he just goes for a log. Okay, well, I don't know really what to do here. I think we just got to save up a little bit of elixir. Now we're back to our skeleton army, so we can play more defensively. I wasted my arrows. I probably shouldn't have. I want to keep those for sure. But he's going to let that Ice Spirit connect. He's going to go for a skeleton barrel. We can go for a cannon up high, and that should completely counter the skeleton barrel there. And yeah, we're cycled to our Evo Skeleton Barrel, but we still need to get to our Evo Skarmy, so I'm going to just wait a second, maybe just play an Ice Golem in the back here, see what it does. He's going to go with a Hog. Maybe, hopefully he doesn't predict a log. Wait, he doesn't have a log in cycle, and our Skarmy should be able to take that out nice before it gets a hit on the tower. And now we are cycled to our Evo Skarmy, so that's pretty good. I'm going to get my Dark Goblin down here, going behind my Ice Golem, so that targets the Ice Golem, and then my Dark Goblin takes out his Dark Goblin. He's going to get a Valkyrie down. So now he has Valkyrie out of cycle as well as his Dark Goblin. So hopefully we can get a pretty decent Skarmy down here. I think I'm going to go for it right now. He's probably going to want to go for a Hog. But if he does go for a Hog, I have my cannon in cycle so I can take it out. And he, like I said, he did just use a Valkyrie. So I think we have a pretty... Oh, he has poison. What the heck, man? That's so unfortunate. Okay, well, I have to go for a cannon up high. I know he does have Hog in cycle, but... We can probably preserve a little bit of HP on the cannon, but we do need to get back to our Skarmy pretty quickly. And we are back to our Skarmy, so I'm going to go with... Okay, he uses log, so I'm going to go plus a Dark Goblin, and he's probably going to want to Valk on top of the tower. So my Dark Goblin is going to get a ton of damage. Yeah, and he goes for an Evo Valk, and that's a really late Evo Valk, so we get a ton of damage. I'm going to go for an arrows here, just because he doesn't have his skeleton barrel, as well as I'm going to... Yeah, we can get a cannon down here. Let's take... Oh my gosh, he gets a poison, but we can get a Ice Spirit, and then I'm going to get my... Oof. That's bad. Okay, we're just going to have the arrows that when it drops. I don't really have a choice. Okay. That's the best defense I could have done. Oh, a Dark Goblin takes out the tower. We just win. Do we not just win? Well, I didn't expect to win on the other side there, but, you know, a win is a win. I'll take that. But I want a little bit of a better game. I want something where someone doesn't have, like, arrows, they don't have poison, they don't have a cop-out answer, and we can just get a Skarmy behind an Ice Golem or a Knight, and we get that Knight to pull all the attention from the troops, and then just take out the tower and win the game. That's all I want. That's Basilisk, you're going to be my last victim here. We need to make this happen. And, yes, we are going to absolutely destroy his defense. I'm dropping my phone and everything on the ground, man. And, I mean, okay, he has level 13 Firecracker and level 14 Towers. Interesting. He's also going to let me get a huge connection at the beginning and then play P.E.K.K.A. the back. Oh, okay. This is a very interesting start, I would say, from this guy. We're going to get King Tower activation, and his Firecracker's just going to die. Yeah, I don't think I'm really too scared about this P.E.K.K.A. I mean, I could just... Pick a boss bandit? Pick a boss bandit. Okay, he's probably going to have a spell. So I'm going to go... Okay, wait, he goes like that. I'm going to go Skarmy on this side. And we take his tower, so... Okay, he gets a spell down. Okay, nice. We get our Ice Golem down in time. I'm going to have to go Knight in this lane. And just really hope our towers take this stuff out. Actually, no, that's completely fine. We didn't take any damage. Holy cow. And we can actually turn this into an offense here by just playing our Skeleton Barrel. And I mean... We aren't doing what the whole gimmick of the video, but honestly, I don't really care. We're just destroying this guy, and he's going to play a Hog and just completely sack his tower. I mean, I guess. You do you, man. Just go ahead and just sack your whole tower, sack everything. And now it's you got one hit, man. You got one hit. Like, what else can you do here? You going to get another push down here? I don't think he can. I think we're just gonna win this game, and this guy's gonna have to probably quit playing Clash Royale for a little bit because I mean P.E.K.K.A plus Boss Bandit is not the answer, man. I'm telling you, too many people play these like broken decks, and I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to get around these like broken decks while still having fun with the game. Like it's just like brain rot at this point that this game's come to, and I'm like, honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with it still, but man, the brain rot is crazy. And I'll play one more for you guys today because I haven't gotten the gimmick I wanted to do yet, so I will play one more. And I usually, you know, in this video I'm kind of waiting till the end because I don't want to be too like chill out YouTuber, but I will ask if you made it this far in this video, please press the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. It helps me definitely in the algorithm for sure. I am a very small channel, and yeah, it would just help me and make me very happy if you guys would subscribe or even press that like button would help me out as well. But yeah, this guy's gonna have a knight. He's actually, or a prince. He's gonna mess up the charge, so our Dark Goblin's gonna get enough damage to probably not need to do anything. But I'm gonna play a Ice Golem just because I don't trust the prince in not getting a charge on my tower. And yeah, we're just sitting pretty good right now. We have our Skarmy in our hand. We can cycle that in the back because we have pretty much no other play other than like we could have played an Ice Spirit, maybe the bridge, but. No, we just get our Skarmy down because we want to cycle to the evolution. He's going to get his recruits down, so I'm going to play an Ice Spirit at the back here. I just want to wait to use my cannon to see if he has, like, hogs or something, and then I can play it in the lane that he plays hogs in. If I had to guess, he's probably playing recruits hogs. That's just what everyone seems to be playing when they're playing recruits. Or it's recruits bait. I mean, there's actually a lot of recruits bait players. Actually, it might be a homemade recruit deck, you know? I appreciate a little homemade recruit deck. Well, maybe, like, Evo recruits in like a broken cycle deck. You know, I'm actually a fan of someone making a homemade deck. I like to do it all the time, man. That's like pretty much every video. Yeah, it's a homemade deck here. I do it pretty much every video, and that's what I like doing with my content here is just making these little decks that, you know, have little gimmicks or exploit not even bugs, but exploit the cards in the game. And you know, it's always good to see someone else playing these types of decks. But no, we have our push right now, and I think we're gonna be able to take his tower here. Probably he used his executioner. We can get our Evo Skarmy down here. He uses a witch, so I'm gonna get my Evo skeleton barrel in front, and then I'm gonna go for I kind of want to go for a knight, but like I can't get the thing to target because the Skarmy's gonna be still. Yeah, it's just gonna die because it was still next to it, so I couldn't really do anything there. And he's going to get 1 to charge, but I'm going to go for an Ice Golem here. And that's going to go for my cannon, but the cannon's going to take it out before it gets to the cannon. And I'm going to go for a Skarmy like this, just so the witch can't target all the skeletons. He gets a knight, or a prince down. I have to get a late knight down, go for a low cannon. I'm going to go for another Ice Golem, and then we can get arrows down. And I need to take out this one witch. This one witch won't die. Oh my gosh, this cannon's supporting a little bit, but they did so much damage, those 2 witches, and we don't even have our push and cycle, and this guy's just spamming recruits. Okay, not gonna lie. This homemade recruits deck is working really well, and he has logs, so he can cycle the log very quickly. So we basically just have to out-cycle him, I think. He does have Executioner too, though. That's the big like issue. We need to get past the Executioner. We also need to get past log. And Witch. Okay, he has 3 splash cards. That is... Okay, he has them all out of cycle. I'm going to spam this right lane here. Dane? Shebane? And he has arrows. Oh, he has 4 splash cards. Okay, yeah, that's not the greatest. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out a way to get through 3 splash cards here and also waste our Dark Goblin. He just has log if I go with this, but I guess I'll cannon and just... Okay, he did just waste his log. Maybe I go Skarmy like this, and then we go Ice Golem here, and then go here. He used his... Hold on. He used his Witch. We have an Evo push here. He has to use his arrows on one thing or another, and he's going to take a ton of damage either way. And he doesn't know what to use his arrows on, but my Skarmy's going to get in front, man. He got in front. That was so unfortunate. Wait, actually, we can arrows this Witch, and I think it'll just die. Nice. And that's a pretty good defense. But we don't get any... Like, we have, like, no damage, man. This is so hard. Like, this guy's got the perfect counter deck to me, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get through. And I'm like, it's just not working. Like, okay, we're going to get a skeleton barrel down there, but he has arrows, so we can play a Skarmy behind here. But he's going to... Oh, he has log. Never mind, he has log in hand. He also has E-Wiz, by the way, so the E-Wiz splash on top of all this stuff. Like, I don't know really what I can do. I don't think there's much I can do. He uses arrows. We're just going to go all in here. He's got a witch. He's just got a witch in his freaking pocket, man. He just pulls it out of his freaking pocket. We get a little bit of damage, but nothing, really. I mean, it's like, significant is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go here, and then we're going to go Dark Goblin. I know my Skarmy's probably just going to get folded, but it doesn't really matter because the game's over. He just arrows, and he's going to have log for the other lane. It's not going to be able to do enough damage in time. Yeah, he just gets the log down, just takes everything out. I tried to get the gimmick to work. It worked pretty successfully in the first couple games, but that last game it didn't really work. But if you guys like this video, definitely thank you for hitting that like button or subscribe button if you have. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.